What's up, guys? Man. All right. I did a whole video on TRNR and MULN and can't get my Thinkorswim to open. Taking forever to load. I probably need to update everything real quick. I'm going to do a fast recap real quick. I really liked TRNR because of the control into open, right? Um, this specific control right here, going into open, and then the open bell happened, right? To me, there's a nice breakdown zone right here, right? We finally broke out of and we went on its run. All right. I really like this control. They pull this offer, buyer step up. There's no follow through. They throw in an offer down. We start to coming down. They throw in an offer. Same thing happens right here. They actually remove this liquidity, and then they throw in this offer right here. Boom, stops price action. All right. The bell opens up. We consolidate for a little bit, and then they throw on a 184K offer right here, and you see this big dump. That is nice, right? This pullback, actually right here, around 138, 140, was about the 50% level. As a long, I want to try to find stocks that can give me a good percent return. It's super, super important. This little guy right here, particular in this situation, to me is nice to see because now they throw out another offer and someone smacks that offer, removes that liquidity, and then we start to consolidate above this other zone, and then we start to reclaim that dump that happened at open. All right, and then we proceeded to halt up. Right, we halting up right above this lower high right here. These lower highs that they had tightly controlled, which was really nice, and then we open up and then clear out pre-market high. Here we go. This is what I drew up before on TRNR. You know, it's this daily where it has big liquidity. I'm pretty sure this one had, I want to say, about 63 mil, if I remember correctly, not too long ago. Around 60 mil. We opened up and we're trading about half that, about 30 mil, 35 mil, maybe even more. And then all of a sudden what happens is it opens up around 160s. We pull back and we stay above the gap that it created, and then we go on that run. And then we halt up, we unhalt, and then clear out the high right there. However, from this big day right here, there was pre-market structure that were at 240s. Very important to see. So when we went to go proceed up here, we actually failed to reclaim that area. So we did a micro clear out on the daily, but then there was still more structure to get over that happened in pre-market. And then all of a sudden we reject that and then we close red. The dailies repeat themselves, right? Small caps, they dilute and they liquidate. Dilute and liquidate. We're trying to catch those liquidity events where they gap up and then they proceed to sell off again. Some of them gap up and go on a multi-day runner, and then you look back and then they're all of a sudden they're faded again. They're back into its previous lows. They make new lows. Very, very important on how to think like that when you're trading to see if you can catch the wave, because that's very important, is to understand how to catch these waves as a long and then see where they're starting to top out, take profits, and then leave them alone. You know, if you're short, you're looking for those toppings and those certain dailies. Now, sometimes you get strong names that go on a crazy, crazy black swan run, multi-day run, and things like that. Really did down here again. I really like this hold right here because that was that 180s area from that previous day with high liquidities VWAP level on that one. And then again, same control down here. This thing gets swiped out, gets retested, and then continues to go higher back into another uphold, which was phenomenal. This is a 70% trade right here from 130s. You know, it's $1 per share. It's really, really nice on that one. That was a really good trade for me. Saw the daily plan out, saw the micro clear out, and then really saw the shift in the book. You know, last time we unhalted, we actually unhalted and proceeded to go higher, pulled back and tested that. Now you see this trying to go liquidity offers come in, um, you start to see more sellers in control. A lot of sellers in control on this one, or here. They throw in that offer, and then again, more selling. And you see really the shift in the book, 100%, and level 2 at that. But you definitely see the shift where, you know, there's more sellers in control than buyers up there. All right. MULN, you know, real quick, what I went over MULN was just, it's definitely one of these names where it gets people, that's for sure. Really thought I was going to go higher too myself. Just didn't put a lot of emphasis on it because since this gaps up at the higher range, right? It's trading at a higher range, right? We did this channel, pretty much did a nice channel into open, right? It's very like up only, does a pullback, and then all of a sudden it's ripping right into open, right? Like 3 minutes before open, the bell opens, and then you kind of get all this price action right here. Now we're trading at the higher range of this. All right, even though MULN recent RS super beaten down daily, crazy sell off, daily looks insane. Just right candle after right candle after right candle after right candle all the way down. This did have a pretty good bounce. You know, it did go up. You know, $2.50, I guess. So you know, 100% or whatever, maybe more on that one. But this SSR one too. These are probably the better REITs to get down here. If you're weary about this, I mean, now we have bidders showing up again. Sellers get exhausted on that one right here, and then another bid right here. And then this is what's pretty cool to see is that a seller comes down right here, shoves it, book flips it with an offer, and then a buyer comes, swipes it again. And this doesn't actually like kind of break down right here. Multiple times where this tried to swipe, and you kind of see it swipe and it reclaim, but it still failed against this previous area right here, where you can see where buyers try. These are very aggressive micro swipes, micro swipe stall, and you see it kind of have that type of price action right there. And then the same stuff right here. This definitely needed to go once they start removing this liquidity. But the only difference is, right, is like, you know, make sure level 2 or book, whatever, that they start to pull offers. They're pulling offers. Right? Definitely don't want to see this kind of micro walk up. They pull this lower offer right here, right? And they're pulling deeper offers. They're bids. They're pulling deeper liquidity. All right. Obviously, someone doesn't want to get filled here on this kind of stuff. So, you know, it's very important to see how they bid this, and then also see when deeper stuff pulls, because it does have an effect to me on the current order book. Right? There's not a lot of buyers up there. Sellers start coming in. And the SSR control it, you know, where you see there's offers on level 2 pushing it down, quick ones right here, pushing it down, and then we halt down, right? It's definitely some good SSR control right here. Good example of that. So I stayed away from that. Did have a little small red trade on it. I tried a few times. It was green, red, but I kept my risk pretty low on this one this time. It's not like that fresh AFFF or MLGO backside structure play. The structure is a lot different, you know. Structure is a lot different when we're opening up the top of the range. That's why I really like TRNR, because right here, out of open, we already pulled back from control. Now when we get this nice pullback, it's nice that this pulls back and we're not gapped up 180, 90, 200%, or you know 150%, whatever it is on these ones that get gapped up or open up the higher range. Sometimes they go, sometimes they don't. It's just more risk. It's a lot more riskier because, right, you have all this MULN, right? You just have all this emptiness. Like when it doesn't consolidate, pull up, consolidate, you see liquidity moving up with it little by little. It's a lot different when it's kind of up only, very aggressive up only, opening at the top of the range. It has more potential to come to the downside than anything. And so far, we still chilled around 380s. See this does tomorrow. See what it, you know, potentially can do. But that's all I got. Much love. Peace out, Mikey.